Check out a new book. This is a food book.
Yeah. Can you do it, bud? Do you need help? It's a big book.
This is a beautiful illustration of beautiful flowers that I want to buy.
Using the library is a fun way to check out different kinds of books that you're not sure that you really want to buy and like have in your home or just spend the money on, but you can preview through them and decide what you like. I had a lot of these book ideas saved from Instagram posts that I'd seen or Pinterest photos, and then when I went on to the library website and started looking them up, I was able to kind of follow rabbit trails and find some of these other ones, either like same author or I don't know, similar keywords or things like that. But you never really know what you're getting until you like check them out and then get to like go through them. So the kids and I have been pouring through the books and reading some of them all the way through, some of them just little bits, and enjoying the illustrations and making mental notes.
I think this one's called James and Judah Went to Marble After. We celebrate Dad's birthday and there's even
Okay, buddy.
a picture of a farmer person. So anyways, those are cool books, aren't they?
We are homeschoolers and we like the more unschooling approach to learning. I was homeschooled in the traditional way, with a lot of workbooks and a lot of literature too, and testing and things like that. But as I'm teaching my kids, I'm finding that there's just a lot more natural way of learning, and actually of learning a lot more when it's not confined to an age group or a grade or a curriculum. And so books are a big part of that for us. We have a couple of the other ones in this series, and so I wanted to check this one out to see if I would want to buy it also. This, as I was explaining it to Naomi, was the first time that she ever learned that a caterpillar turns into a butterfly, which is pretty amazing. and she'll retain that because she experienced it, not just because I told her about it, you know. So these books ended up being more like story-like, and I really like it when you can find a living book, or a book that tells a story but that you then can learn from. This one was a lot younger, and definitely not like our style as a family, so we would not purchase this one, and it actually helps me out because then I had a couple other books from the same author that they're very beautifully put together, but it helps me know that I'll be skipping on these kinds of books, or books from that author. This one is an older book. Sometimes the older ones are really gems, but I didn't find this one to be. It's kind of written as a poem, and it's supposed to be like informational, teaching different terms and words, vocabulary, and different information in like a unwinding way. I just didn't find that it tied together very smoothly, and yeah, I don't know. Wasn't really a fan. This one I actually was really pleasantly surprised by. So this one seems to be, or books from this author are pretty popular. I'm seeing them in a lot of book displays from other homeschooling families. And I didn't know exactly what to expect. I knew that it would be informational. I expected that, but it is a really beautiful story telling of information that's interesting to learn, but it told in a story. I feel like it just captures you and draws you in a lot more. So we really enjoyed this one, and it makes me have really high hopes for the other ones, which we'll check out. And then I already know I would buy this book, so I'm really pleasantly surprised about that. This one is an oldie, and I've seen some of the books by this same author. Obviously they're awarded and well known and things, and I liked the story. Our family just doesn't spend a whole lot of time on just stories. This one made Naomi laugh out loud though, like really belly laugh, which was cute. And it was a cute story, but even as we're reading it, I'm like, I can't see myself sitting and rereading this particular book over and over and over and over again, and feeling like that's super edifying for all of us, and so I wouldn't buy that one. I'm still trying to decide whether I would on this one or not. And then these ones were a lot more like, I'm totally spacing on the word I'm looking for, but these books each have just like a ton of information packed into them, but like in little snippets, in little kind of groupings, like even just like one page. It kind of stands alone. You could like just dig into the one page. They're more reference book styled, which is really cool. Just to be able to open up and like find out bits of information, you know. so I'm trying to like sit down and actually like read through these for myself. A lot of times I just want to be aware of like the worldview that they're written from, and if there's anything particularly biased in them, especially if I'm going to buy them to have around our house as a reference book, as we're like interested in learning more on a certain subject, and the kids grow, and like I'm all about having the conversations of like differences of worldview and things like that, but I also want to know that what I have in my house I trust for my kids to be able to go just like dive into on their own. So yeah, I'm gonna sit and like read through each of these more, and I find them interesting, and if I am interested in them, I also know that that is gonna be a more sure sign of my kids being interested in them long term too, because when your teacher is like excited by what you're learning and can help you learn to cultivate that too, that just helps a lot. This one I actually find super inspiring as a homeschool family because she's not just the author, she's the illustrator. And I think from reading the introduction on this one, I think her passion is more in drawing. So she was drawing things she was interested in, like food, and as she was doing that, she was like learning more, which is like exactly unschooling styled. So I find this to be a very inspiring resource in an unschooling library. Yeah, so that's fun. I'll be curious to see more of what I learn from all of these.